How are you?
So far, so good, man. Session 4. I trained like, I would say like 6 hours on what you told me.
Good. Good, good, good.
A
Like to
lot.
hear. We are now going to be accelerating the learnings now.
Hmm.
So the foundations are done. Now we're going really into like the meat of how I want you to improve.
Yeah.
And in today's session, we are going to be introducing the decision making tree.
Hmm.
We are going to be talking about the first branch of the decision making tree, and I'm going to be doing two drills with you. And then I'll be going through that. And then we'll be doing a short module on mental skills training.
Hmm.
And now, as you'll see, with as we go through the sessions, it becomes more nuanced and it becomes more
Yeah.
uh, in detailed and in depth, and things will start to get more specific and specialized,
Hmm.
which is why it's really important we chunk because we need to work on the individual parts on their own. As we do that, you'll start to realize you feel like a more complete player
Hmm.
and more of a confident player.
Okay.
Now, before we begin, as always, give me some questions and some pieces of reflection.
Oh, yes. So, gaming position, back and the one thing is the gaming position. So I see some players, they sit like, okay, they more like have their eyes on their top 30% of their screen. But I like it like when it's a bit more like not looking down with the neck, like in this 35% this angle. I would like to look straight with my head, you know what I mean?
Yep,
But usually in the internet, I always see like the neck is going down or front.
that is complete personal preference. Everyone is physio.
Hmm? You still there? Oh, I can't hear you. You good?
Copy other
Ah, no,
people
you're
because
back.
yeah.
It was interrupted. Second, please.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was going to say everybody is completely different. This is human physiology. When it comes to your gaze, when your attention, the way you process information, your strength of your eyes, the conditioning of your eyes, do what is comfortable to you.
Hmm.
What will work for me because I'm not you will be different for you. Some
Okay.
people are taller, some people are shorter, some people wear glasses, don't wear glasses.
Okay.
Some people's necks are taller. Everyone is completely different. For me, for example, I have to sit an arm's length away from the monitor or I cannot digest the information because it's too close.
Oh, I
I
would like to
went,
sit always close. Okay.
yeah,
Wild.
I went to uh, an can't remember what the technical term is, but it's the essentially the eye doctor optometrist
Yeah.
optometry. I went to him and we did that, and what we found is everybody's completely different with their eyes. What we found is how I sit and how I prefer to be is more straight, more rigid, more sort of
Hmm.
back straight, head up,
Yeah.
looking my head being center of the screen. It is completely different to Hydra. Hydra is way different to me. He's way different to Skies. Skies is way different to Sib. Sib was way different to
Oh.
Kiz. And the reason for this is human physiology. So, like, this is why in like in most of the sessions we've had, we talk about being comfortable. You got to find what is comfortable
Yeah.
for you and what is uncomfortable for you, and then apply tweaks in that way.
I got it. I actually bought like this small monitor, for example, 17 inch or something, whatever it was, and then oh my god, okay, but I feel it's okay. Gotcha. It's
Yep,
also in general working on the computer. I like it high. I don't like it like when it's low, like looking down the neck. Feels like
agreed. I'm
sleepy.
the same, completely the same.
So the next one is about if the hill is blue or if it's red or if it's white. Is there any difference about the spawn?
Yes, if the hill is whatever color the hill is associated with, it will block the enemy, the other team's closest spawn. If it's
Hmm.
blue, I'm gonna block red from spawning close. If it's red, I'm gonna block blue from spawning close. If the hill is white, the game is gonna do two things. It will either look to spawn you on top of an enemy, on top of a teammate. So in either
Hmm.
case, or giving you the no map progression spawn, spawning you as close to the time as it can because it deems it to be safe. As nobody has
Mm.
hill counts as a +1.
Osman was nearby. Okay.
Yep.
Like okay. When Well, what is very confusing there is that like some people they first go to the back instead of the hill, like
Yep.
hill point instead of hard point. Like always go hill first then.
Very situational. it depends where the rest of your teammates are. Because remember, your spawns are being manipulated by not just yourself, but your teammates' positioning, right? So if you have teammates who are, let's say you're in a situation where you're trying to block the spawns,
Yeah.
well, if you have multiple teammates that are across the 50-yard line of the time, it doesn't necessarily mean anything because they're just going to spawn right next to you parallel anyway, right? Whereas if they are in a position where they can unblock the other two quadrants and be able to push out the 50 yard at the time towards you, then yeah, then it makes sense to do so.
Okay, get it. The other thing is about like how accurate. You said like 7 out of 10 times. Exposure was like Colossus. The spawns are very. I think would say like very accurate. I was playing after a match. I knew exactly like 3 guys are spawning in front of me, and then one is maybe spawning back P2 on a P3 hill, and it was exactly like this. I just needed to tell my teammate he just needed to check shorty right side, and he was right away there.
Very good.
But when being like on Blackheart, like it feels like on P3, P4, P2, like sometimes it's the P1 door, sometimes it's the left side or the right side. That's a bit random.
You also have to consider line of sight because you could be in a specific quadrant, say bottom right, and if you accidentally look to the bottom left, it will block both. Sometimes if you don't look at it, they'll spawn there. So
Through
it's,
the
it's
wall?
so it's called line of sight, like wherever you're looking.
Even though there's a wall in between. Like I know if
Yes.
I
Yes. Yep. Yep.
yeah.
Yep. 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 Walls
Oh,
only exist cosmetically on most of these maps. They don't actually exist in the game files.
second please.
I said most of the walls
Mm-hmm.
on these maps. This has been a thing in every single Call of Duty because of the way they develop the game and the delay. Most of the walls exist cosmetically, meaning you can't run through them. You know,
Get it.
you see them on your screen, but the game does not register. So sometimes if you get naded through walls, or you can look through walls to block. My pro teams, we
Mhm.
would look through walls to block spawns.
How do we do that then
Sometimes,
when we extra would
sometimes,
like to look at
yeah.
sorry second.
I was gonna say sometimes you have aim assist through walls
Mm-hmm.
or blur glitches and stuff like that. That's
Yes.
because the developers have cheaped out and they have made the game very fast.
Get it. Okay. So you said like in your proteins like you want with intention to look. So for example, if you're like on P2, you're looking with intention towards the left side. Did they spawn in front of you the whole time?
Depending on which wall you can look through, yes. Not
Okay.
not every wall you could do this, so you gotta go figure it out and like wall bang things and stuff like that.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Thanks.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
Awesome.
I would even say for a map like Blackheart, yeah, it will be a lot more difficult to read the spawns in the moment because there are so many variables which lead to spawn manipulation or spawn blocking.
Okay.
Whereas on bigger maps, you're less likely to accidentally block something.
Yeah, if it's like exposure would be easier, then and Scar are the
Yep,
easiest, and the other
correct.
ones are very hard actually. Like it's also then including.
Yep, correct. I agree too. I think I agree with that assessment.
Okay, got it. So this exercise is more efficient by playing alone or having somebody block, and then just like just getting like an idea of it. But it's like I don't want to refine too much with it. Is that how it goes in that direction?
Yeah, I would agree. I think you can keep refining as much as you can, but be careful on creating hesitation in your gameplay, as you're going to find out in this session. There's a lot
Okay,
more information you have to be sort of in tune about.
got it. Okay.
Okay. And Percy, most importantly, how have you been yesterday? How have you been today? And give me one piece of self-reflection.
Well, I've been really good. Like, I figured out like this is something what I really like where this is going at where we are going at, even though, because I did a couple of coachings before, and it is like there was a guy he said like, hey, you guys are so bad, and then he was like top leaderboard, but then he was the one on P1, like he spawns back P2, like where you blocked the spawn, and then he was the one who's going stage you, even though there was another teammate. Like he made us spawn out like twice. And I really like where it is going at because it's like more like you know more like if someone says like you're bad or it's good, you just see like you just have a better understanding of the game. It makes you more confident.
Yeah, 100%. Because now you know the intricacies of okay, what makes a good. We're going to be going even further, Percy. So in
Mhm.
these next 4 sessions, we are going to be going really, really further in. So
Love it.
now you'll get an understanding of what makes a good decision, what makes
Hmm.
a bad decision.
There's just one thing.
And we're
The
really trying
one
to
thing
put
is, if you're in a team and you know exactly you're in at number 4, like, and number 3 just means like, okay, you know what? Like, okay, goodbye timing. I'm just going towards middle. It's just like,
Yep.
okay,
Yep.
I'm alone. How can I carry this now? Like, I need to learn this how to do that. This one.
So that will be part of evaluation. Actually, this is perfect. Let's segue into this part, which will answer your question, and it will be beautiful to bring this in.
Okay.
Okay. So what we are doing in this session is we are talking about what we call the awareness tree, right? So if you can remember, oh no, please work.
Yes.
Okay, 1 second. My pen was just literally just working.
Was this from yesterday? Oh no, that's something else.
This is something else, yeah. Right. So this is beautiful. It's a beautiful segue because now we're talking about what we call the decision tree. The decision tree is over the past 4 years, 5 years, us as a pro team and pro players try to find a way to systemize how you make a decision and how you can do it fast. This will relate to a concept called scripting, which we'll talk about during session number 7. But right here, the decision tree is how you would make 90% of your decisions in game, right? And it starts in this way. General rule of thumb. Starts with awareness. This is what we're going to talk about today. Which then you evaluate, which then you decide, communicate, and act. This is our tree that we used with all of our pro players. And to just go briefly on the rest of these before we then break down awareness.
Yep.
Evaluation is the macro.
Yep.
Any ideas what the macro is?
Macro is like, so micro was like when somebody was spawning at the time. Macro was like the bigger one. That means like how someone goes. So in this case, with awareness and macro is the informations where enemies are and can be.
So not in this case. What you have just described, the macro timings, will be this awareness, which we'll talk about in a minute. These are what we call assumptions. Okay. The macro is the overall fundamentals, the strategy, the principles of how you play a game mode. This is in relation to like the win conditions. This is in relation to your system. This is in relation to what is a good, a bad, and a proactive decision. How do you know what you're doing on the map is efficient or conducive to winning? Okay. So we take everything from awareness. We evaluate and decide what the best decision is based on this. Then we decide. If this is macro, this is what we consider to be micro. Any ideas what micro is?
Micro, like I would say like it's just guessing, but it's like running path where people spawn, how many people are dead.
But okay, so the first part, yes, stuff like your running your routes, right? For example, how you fight exactly, like your slide canceling, like we did in session 1.
Yeah.
The angles you use, your stun usage, your nade usage, anything that you can actively control in the moment to help you. If you can remember what we talked about with gunfights, percentages.
Yes.
Because now we're looking at it from a percentage standpoint, right? So that includes positioning. Once we figure this out, then we communicate and then we act. Act means we do with no hesitation. This one is obvious, but this is the biggest roadblock that most players do, because when they do this decision tree, it takes into account all the information you have in this specific moment. If you wait 5 or 6 seconds to execute, that moment has now gone. The information is gone, right? So we have tools and mental skills training to be able to execute and hesitate under pressure, which we'll do in later sessions in session 5 and 6 when we deal with the pressure. Okay. So now you may look at this and you may think, bloody hell, this is a lot of information. And you are correct. It is. Okay. But this is where a concept called scripting comes in. And now we take into account pro players' experiences. Scripting is a set of predetermined rules based on the information that you get. If X happens or I receive X, I will then do Y.
Yep.
If A happens, I will then do B.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember, Percy, one of the first sessions that we had, we discussed how COD is very linear if you
Yes.
played this game for 10,000 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're taking that linear aspect and we're using pattern recognition to provide us a data set.
Mm-hmm.
If we're in all these similar situations, how do we want to play it every single time?
Okay. Get it.
So what you do is, at this moment in time when we're trying to develop your decision tree, of course, it's going to take time for you to properly do this. But like as we did with the timings, like as you did with the slide canceling, the more that you end up doing it, the less working memory you use and the easier it becomes and the more you can skip a step.
Mm-hmm.
The best way I can describe it is, can you imagine a little child learning their ABCs?
Yeah.
They have to learn each letter, what it means.
Yes.
But with enough practice, enough time, them letters become words. Then them
Mhm.
words become sentences, and now you're doing things without thinking.
Yeah.
This is the exact same concept here. Now, the first part of this decision tree, and this is the most important part of this decision tree. The most important, not the roadblock, but the most important, is awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea what awareness is?
Yes. Hill time, positioning, kill feed, where my teammates are,
Okay, pause.
like what's going on.
Yep. So it's info,
Mhm.
and we can break this down.
Yeah.
It's positioning, of course, your power positions, your good positions. Where are the danger bubbles? Where are the choke points? Where are the funnels? All
Yeah.
of these different things, positioning, and assumptions. These are the three things of your awareness. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not have good awareness, this is input, because these are the data you require. If you do not have good input or good
Mhm.
awareness, every single rest of the decision tree then becomes compromised.
Yes.
Then it becomes not efficient. Then it doesn't
Mm.
become good.
Yeah.
And every single player so far that I have worked with, and I've worked with hundreds of players, awareness is their biggest problem because they're not using the correct input or downloading the correct information.
Yeah.
Okay. If you remember with awareness, we compared it to painting a picture.
Mhm.
This picture is constantly being updated every couple of seconds.
Mhm.
You're then using your mini map, as we did in the last session, to confirm or deny whether the picture is true or not.
Mhm.
Right? So right here, we'll talk about it one at a time. Information. There are three types of awareness
Yeah.
that we have.
Okay.
What do you think?
A minimap, kill feed, teammates. Oh shit.
Okay. So they specifics, but I
Let's
like it. So we have spatial awareness.
Mhm.
Spatial awareness is your teammates' positioning. It is your enemy's last position.
Mhm.
It is stuff like power positions, like good positions, stuff like this, spawn points, blocks, stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
That's what we call spatial, okay? Your spatial awareness is your internal minimap. If your picture is wrong, your decisions are going to be wrong,
Yes.
okay?
Mhm.
Next is going to be situational awareness.
Yeah.
Okay. Situational awareness is stuff like the score, the wave, the time, the hill, where, like, what part of the maps are hot versus dead. Hot meaning where are the actions. If this is P2 and everybody's here, well, this part of the map is dead. This part of the map is hot. Very simple stuff, right?
Mhm.
Situational awareness prevents you from making fake good plays. It allows you to keep on top of the state of the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the third part of information is temporal. That is stuff like what is about to happen. So for example, where, like,
Temporal.
timing. Yeah. So like temporal means like stuff like timings, right? Where's the pressure?
Mhm.
Where is the enemy coming from? The timings now, as you mentioned, macro and micro.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. Next hill. Routes from your spawn.
Yeah.
Longest routes, shortest routes, hardest routes, all these things. If you're overstaying a position, that's temporal awareness,
Yeah.
right? We also then we take into account positioning. obviously positioning is very important because then this dictates, okay, when in your decision tree, what position do you play to give yourself a highest chance of winning a gunfight, whether it's a good position or a power position. Then you have assumptions. What do you think assumptions are? We've already mentioned a couple.
And assumptions. Assumptions are like whatever is empty. Whatever is empty.
Good.
On
So
the world
gaps.
minimap.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Gaps.
In
Where they're
combination with the
spawning.
kill feed and minimap where teammates are.
So yes and no. So right here, where you're spawning is an assumption
Yeah.
because you're trying to predict where one person's going to be based on where you spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're spawning is an assumption. Where the gaps on the minimap are an assumption, and the routes and timings are assumptions because we're guessing. We're thinking one step ahead to try and confirm whether our guess is right or wrong. Okay.
Yes.
As you can see here, there is a goddamn lot of information that you need to be able to process every 2 or 3 seconds. You ain't gonna do it. I promise you this. You're not gonna do it now, right? I'm gonna do a drill with you today, and we're gonna see how hard it is. Okay. But in order to get to the point where you can do this without thinking, we need to actively think about it.
Yeah.
Now, I have just mentioned maybe 15 pieces of information.
Yeah.
Right? Other than repetition, outside of repetition, because the more you do it, the better it becomes. How do you make this easy?
By having a system.
Okay, that's a very good answer, actually. Fuck. All right. Other than that, that's a very good answer. That's the first answer I've heard someone say.
Okay.
Very good, Percy.
But
even more than that, what else could you use to make that sifting? How do we filter through the information?
Filter through the information by rules.
Rules are good, yeah.
But rules are a system again. Process. This is the only thing that makes sense to me right now. Having a process, having a system, having like
selective
info.
Being very selective. Or we call it being selectively blind.
Okay.
So what I mean by that,
okay.
Yep. So what I mean by that, okay, is let's say you spawn up. There are certain degrees of information when you spawn up which are more important than others.
Yeah.
Right. So let's put this to the test. This is the situation, right? Your situation will dictate what information is most important in the urgency for you to recall, for you to be listing, right?
Yeah.
So you just come off spawn, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What is the first bit of what is the most, do you think, pretending you are one of these players, what is the most important piece of information that you should be thinking about straight away?
The minimap.
Nope. Even more important than that.
Kill feed.
Nope.
The... Oh, shoot. No, it's hard to find at the time.
Nope.
What? Where I spawn?
Okay, good. What does that say?
Spawned. If someone's nearby me, if we have progression or like not progression.
Good. So where you spawn is now an assumption, where they could be, right? Good.
Yeah.
What is probably the two least important pieces of information from all the awarenesses that I've just described that you definitely don't need?
I would say okay. I would say like when I spawn, like the power positions.
Nope. Even more useless than that.
It could be more useless.
What do you not need to know when you spawn in?
When I spawn in, blocks.
Nope.
The other one would be spawn. No, spawn point. I mean, that's exactly what happens. The other one would be teammates and enemies. So,
let's put it to the test, okay?
Okay.
I want you to pretend that you are Hugh in this situation.
Hugh is number 2 usually.
Let me find it for you actually.
8. Oh.
Where are you, Hugh? Oh, never mind. Pretend you are Sweetie right here. Give me every piece of information. Pretend you are in his shoes. Give me every piece of information that you have access to.
Okay, the scroll to my left that my teammate died. The minimap that I have 2 teammates behind me. The kill feed that it's empty, like only my teammate died. That 4 of them are alive.
Yep, good.
And I know the hill is red. So there's
You
one
are
enemy.
missing quite a lot of information here.
Okay.
Where are the gaps? Where are we assuming they're going to be? Where do we think they're going to be potentially coming from? What other routes do we think they're going to be coming from? Nades, health, hill time.
Nate's health, Hill's time. Ah, okay.
Very important, this one. Okay.
Which of them is
Now,
the least?
yes. Now, with this in mind, out of everything you have just said, if you come off spawn, which are completely useless?
The question again, please.
So, when you come off spawn, what information based on everything we have just ticked is completely useless?
Health.
Very good. What else?
Nate's.
Good. This is what we call being selective. So once you understand the situation you are in, there are going to be certain pieces of information that you will want to call on first versus others. So now, if you are Hugh in this situation, you're number 6. Okay, what piece of information do you not care about in the moment?
What kind of information I do not care at the moment? More than these. What's that?
Where I
spawn.
Right?
Yes.
As he then gets a kill, it doesn't matter where he spawns because he's still alive.
Yes.
Right? Now, it's easier. I know it's in hindsight, it's very, very easy. But even just by that drill, there was a lot of key pieces of information that you missed. When there's pressure on, you will start to miss even more key, simpler information. That's why you have a system, like you mentioned, and I love the fact that you use the word system, in order to determine when you are in certain situations, what piece of information do you get first and not. And once you have enough repetition, you will start to do this without thinking.
Okay. Got it.
Now, another piece of information we talked about is assumption. And these were 2 pieces of information that you still need to download for this picture in your brain that you have. The picture is the game state. It's what is going on in the map. That is what I mean by picture.
Yep.
Okay? And you need to highlight, and if you remember one of the first sessions that we had about map control and positioning, always highlight where you think they're spawning, where you think they're coming from, or where they are lit on the map, and what are the power positions they have access to. Because remember, this is predictive modeling. Predictive modeling is a form of assumption, right? And we expanded on predictive modeling in our previous session when we started to go through more things, right? Now, this is where it comes off your assumptions. Your assumptions are, where do I think people are going to be? And then you're playing off that. What you would do is essentially what the enemies would do.
Okay, got it.
Right?
What does it mean to highlight where they are lit on the map?
So, like, let's say if they shoot,
Yeah.
and you see the red dot.
Yeah.
That's still a piece of information, right? And you'll be surprised a lot of people miss that.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I was interrupting you.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
So now you start to understand how the input of the information you get from either awareness, assumption, and your positioning, you need to make sure you have the best picture you can in order to then continue on with that decision-making tree. Now, the key is speed and trying to get as much information as you can as fast as you can.
Yeah.
There's no point downloading information and taking 25 seconds to digest it, interpret it, and do something about it, because then the timing is gone.
Yeah.
So that's why you be selectively blind in the situation you are in to be able to do so. Now, in order to make this, there's another way you can make this easier for yourself. Right? So we talked about being selectively blind, right? Based on the situation. There is another system that you use that works as a feedback loop.
Yep.
What do you think it is?
Another system. Oh, I can't tell.
It's developing something.
It's developing
spatial
awareness. Okay.
So essentially, your brain has 2 models. Your brain is painting a picture based on the information you have in front of you in your screen. So we're talking about static information like your kill feed, your health bar, your nades. Then we're talking about information that changes, such as the minimap, the assumptions, stuff like this.
Yeah.
One way you can help bridge this together is by what we call spatial awareness. By actually looking as you're moving of what's going on to figure out where everybody is without relying on your minimap, to then help you use your minimap to fill in other pieces of information. If I'm using the middle of my screen to fill A, B, and C in. As I'm doing it, it opens my working memory to do D, E, and F.
Get it.
Rather than doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G on the minimap, you're doing A, B, C here and D, E, F here.
Ah, okay, get it.
You see how this is what we call compartmentalization. God, I can't say that word. But we're using compartments.
Okay.
Modulation, I believe, is a better word. So we're splitting it up based on this type of the brain that we're using, based on the information we have, right? So one of the drills that you will have, and I don't want you to do it today, but I want you to do it later, is you will cover your minimap, and you will basically walk around, pause every 15, 20 seconds, and say, yo, my teammates are here, 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 and here. This is how you develop what we call spatial memory, and you build radar discipline.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Have you already done,
yes, we did it together last time.
Okay, perfect.
And then,
so keep doing that.
And then?
Just keep doing that. So we're doing the HUD thing, but what we're doing now is you're calling out where your teammates are without looking at your minimap.
Ah, okay. What about like where enemies could be, like after killing them? What about that?
No, we're not doing that. No, that's not spatial awareness.
Ah, what is that?
So spatial awareness is, let's say if I'm playing right now, okay? Let's say I'm Sweetie. I know without looking at my minimap where my teammates are and where they could potentially be spawning without even looking at my minimap, because I know where I am in the flow, where I'm going, stuff like that.
Okay.
The whole point of spatial awareness is you're remembering where your teammates were last seen. You're tracking where you saw enemies here without using your minimap, and then you can predict where they're coming from without using visual aids. If you do that and you get consistent enough, you can get more efficiency from your minimap doing other things. Right?
Okay, got it.
Because the difference between what we did last time and this time is we're not using the minimap to like react to information. We're using it to confirm information now. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
You're gonna build that picture in front of you in that screen, and then at the end of the session you're gonna confirm it.
That means when someone shoots, for example, I know he's left because I hear the sound to the left. I don't need to look at him.
Perfect, because we're using your sound. Sound is also awareness.
Okay, got it.
Right? We're not trying to instantly default to the minimap. We're trying to get you to the highest level where you're super aware in the game to be then able to use your minimap. Yeah, but this is what we call predictive awareness. This is what we call decision quality. This is what we call spatial memory. And because you're going to be selectively blind to certain pieces of information, there are also going to be a lot of information where it's imperfect, where you're not going to have all the information in the world. Let's say you get stunned, you get naded. It helps you make the best decision possible when you lack the right pieces of information. That's why spatial awareness is so important.
Ah, okay, got it. Okay.
That's the main thing, right? Very good, very good, very good. But I've put a bunch of them in there. So yeah, so there's slight variations, but as you can now see, Percy, we're adding layers to your drills. We're adding layers to your knowledge now.
That's
so
nice.
now we're increasing the difficulty, making it a bit more difficult. So then now you'll start to see tangible improvements. Okay, what I want from you is I would like you to go into the game.
Yep, on it.
And please, could you share your screen? And I want to play one map, okay?
Okay.
And I kind of want to highlight something.
Okay.
I am going to say freeze. When you freeze, you are going to give me every piece of information you have, and you cannot move until you do.
Okay. Got it. Just like CDL Heartbeat, like that?
Could be anything. If you want to play Publix, you could do Publix.
Oh, okay. What do you think is better?
I like Publix because it's more dynamic. It's more of a challenge.
Alright, so it'd be public, and then we put public HP on. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. So we did once it was like, I think it was session 2 or something, like, so we did it, and then like also every 10 to 15 seconds, but calling out where the gaps are, where the teammates are.
Yes.
And this time just where the teammates are.
Taper la tête contre un mur, qu'à tuer des mecs.
No, this time we're building on top of it. You are telling me every single piece of information that I mentioned.
Everything that people mentioned that you mentioned.
Every piece of information, and I'll tell you where you're wrong or not.
Like where would spawn? Like what is not that important?
No, every piece of awareness, every piece of spatial, temporal, everything.
Spatial, temporal.
Because I need to make sure your input is decent enough.
Okay.
Because you'll realize, like even when I just asked you them questions, there was so much piece of information you were missing.
Okay. Spatial is teammates, enemy, power position, spawn points, blocks. Temporal
Yep.
is timing. Where's the pressure? Routes, longest, shortest route.
And then situational.
Over staying in a position.
And then situational.
Situational is score, wave, time, hill. Hot
Good.
versus dead.
Good.
Hot
Okay,
versus dead.
right.
What's that?
Hot means where's the pressure versus where could the enemies not be.
Okay.
So it's going to be harder because you are saying it. I understand that. But the whole point is about making sure you tick off every piece of information. Then we'll make it difficult. And I'll tell you when.
Temporous timings, micro, macro, like who died. Where pressure is, routes. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Let's try this one. Okay. I just don't know like which to say in what order. Just
says that's what I'm testing.
Okay. Just
so that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see naturally where your brain goes.
Okay, got it.
So keep doing as you're doing.
Okay. And I should not look at the menu right now?
Nope, don't look at anything.
Okay, but sound on.
Not yet until I say so, okay?
Okay, here. Okay. Yeah, I needed to beat the French people. There we go. Okay. So, to the mid card.
Okay, pause.
Yeah.
Every piece of information go.
7 seconds, 1 is mid card, 2 are in front of me here. I believe the rest is in my back. And hot is like where the pressure's coming from is broken, what was in front of me. And then couches.
What was the time on the clock?
Call out on the begin, 8 seconds.
Okay. Pause.
Time on the clock, I can see. Here. You want me to read it off here? Like that's okay.
Yeah,
That's
keep going.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
everything.
42 seconds. My teammates are literally flogging P2. Hot is pressures coming in front of the roof. And cold, I believe is in front of me and even the back spawn. I believe it's a parallel spawn.
How many bullets have you got?
How many bullets? Oh, 21.
Yeah, okay. Keep going.
Enemy UAV detected.
Pause.
I know 3 or 4 of my guys died. They spawned up here with me. They're pushing front, so it's cold here. I can just run. Hot, I believe is already couches or like front is spawn in the back where it dies. I know like it's under 30, like it's here, New Hill. I have
what
to.
What did your spawn mean?
Second?
What did your spawn mean?
This spawn here?
Yeah, what does it mean?
This spawn means
they have no progression.
We have no progression.
No, they don't have any progression when you spawn here. It means they're all behind the 50-yard line of the hill. Right? That should have been the first thing that you said to me. Remember, selectively blind with the information that you get. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, here's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
I only want you to give me one piece of information the next time I say pause, and I want you to tell me the most important piece of information in your opinion.
Okay, got it. You said the enemy MP2 had no progression, right? That's why I spawned there?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. If they would have got progression, where would I have spawned? Like, really deep?
Deeper. Yeah,
deeper.
deeper.
Okay. Okay.
Hostiles have the hard point. We control the hard point. Hard point located.
Okay.
Pause.
I'm dying when I spawn here. I spawn to the right, so I have enemies towards the left because I died there. Hot
good.
towards the left, hot front roof, and cold, I believe, middle.
Yep. Next time, what I want you to do is tell me the most important piece of information and where your teammates are. Okay?
Okay, got it.
I'll tell you when.
Okay. I should not look at a minimap, right? I forgot.
No minimap. Yep, no minimap. Just keep playing how you are.
Hostile personnel have captured the hard point. Hard point identified. We control the hard point. Hard point active.
Pause.
Okay, what should I? The most important important information. Did I spawn out this deep? There is somebody middle couches now. Because this is like a deeper spawn than usual.
Very good. Yep, very good. Keep playing.
Okay.
Okay, next time I say pause, I want every piece of information again.
Okay, got it.
And I want it in under 3 seconds.
Oh, shoot. Like just the most important ones, right?
Most important to least, yes.
Okay. Just like spamming.
Pause.
One is mid-cut, there's blind spot right now. What is the most important from you? Have 2 teammates front. Go?
Yeah, anytime I say go, continue to play, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Pause.
There's just one teammate that has progression. I would say hot is
Go.
still in front of me. Okay.
Hardpoint located.
Pause.
I spawned to the right, so there must be somebody couches already. Or like,
Go.
We
P2.
control the hardpoint.
So what you'll start to find as you start listing things for your
Yeah.
awareness is you're looking at your minimap every 1 or 2 seconds, right?
Yeah,
So
usually.
information that you have previously, you will use to then add on top of that, right?
Yeah.
Because now you're being selectively blind using your minimap,
Yeah.
and as the more you stay alive, the more you can add information or pieces of information to that, which then makes it easier for you to then figure out and predict what you need to do, where they're going to be, that sort of stuff.
I get what you're saying. Okay.
Now we chain them together. So if I said pause now and you gave me information, then you started to move forward, I can say pause again, and because the information hasn't changed that much, you can fill in with the remaining pieces that you miss.
Towards the, from the minimap or where?
Yep, from the minimap, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. I just put a white paper on it. Like, did you remove it?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know as like the whole idea behind it.
Okay.
So
that's
let's say
pretty
you
cool.
come off spawn and you know the first piece of information that you should know is what your spawn means. As you move for the next few seconds, you don't need to know that anymore. But because you looked at your minimap and you predicted where your teammates are, in a couple of seconds, you're still using that as like a reference,
Ah, get it. Okay.
right?
Okay, got it. Okay.
So then
So-
it becomes less of you worrying about where your teammates are because you already looked at that a few seconds ago.
Okay. Got it.
Very good. Very good.
It's nice.
Okay, I'll tell you when.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint located.
So, to make it easy for you,
Yeah.
we have 4 branches, okay? We have branch number 1, which is me,
Yeah.
which is where have I spawned? What's it saying to me? Am I in the open? Have I got cover? What am I holding? What's my job?
Yes.
Right? You have branch number 2, where are my teammates? Which teammate has died and where? What gap is that creating? Then number
Yeah.
3, which is enemy.
Yeah.
Where are they coming from? Where were they last seen? Where are they spawning? What's their timings? Right?
Yeah.
And then number 4, objective.
Okay.
Easy as that. Me, team, enemy, objective.
Me,
keep doing that.
team, enemy, and then the objective. Okay, got
Yes.
it. Makes sense.
That's how you make it fast, and that's how you make it easy.
Mhm.
But before we start getting onto the branch, you have to make sure you're understanding what all the pieces of information are.
Yes.
And
How do
then
I-
you can decide which pieces of information are important in the moment.
Ah, okay, got it. Okay. How would it work? Like, how do I know exactly like which one to prioritize? Like, just by playing?
Would be on the situation. It would be completely on the situation. You'll realize the more you play, like which ones are the most important for you in the moment, either by dying or either by being blindsided. So, for example, I just gave you a situation where coming off spawn, your spawn tells you the most important piece, right? You're gonna do this every single time now, so you're not gonna think about it.
Yeah.
But then when you're actually playing, you'll start to realize, okay, do I need to know my teammates' positioning? Do I need to know where the enemies are coming? We've got a 4 down. Okay, the most important information in the 4 down is where my enemies are. Okay, it's not a 4 down. Where are my teammates? Or we're in a full setup. What are my teammates doing? As you get exposed to these situations, you start to then figure out what is most important and what isn't.
Get it. Get it. Okay. Yeah, so exactly with the roof. If somebody would have been a roof, I would have sworn middle, for example. That I just
Yeah.
did not look on it.
And obviously, failure is a big teacher, so failure will tell you like what you need to do, like how you change it, stuff like that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll spend the last part of the session, talking about the mental skills aspect. And this is going to be very important to you as you don't have too much time to play. We can at least try and optimize what you're doing. So this module is called Daily Discipline. And this is where we build champions, and champions aren't born, right?
Yeah.
Like succeeding, as you already know, is about your standards. And being relentless is about not taking days off doing the basics, right? No matter the amount of time that you have.
Relentless is not taking days off doing the basics.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So we'll talk about that in a minute, okay?
Yeah.
So you have 2 lives, Percy. You've got your visible life. You have your clips that you send me, your scoreboard, the placements, the aids, the stats. That's your visible one, right? But you also have your invisible one. So your warm-up routine that we've talked about. How do you review your losses, your sleep, nutrition, energy, your mindset on boring days? The reason why amateurs they stay amateur is because they obsess over the visible growth and ignore the invisible one. Your invisible life is where you build your confidence, your consistency, and the skills that get converted into results. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall, and I love the word that you keep on mentioning, you fall to the level of your systems. Okay? Winning is the baseline standard where you show up when nobody's watching. Okay? I don't want you to ever rely on motivation. I want you to rely on non-negotiables, right? So here's the theory behind it. Your habits supersede your motivation. Because everyone has days where they feel like grinding, where you feel like you want to get on, you want to grind, you want to do something, right? But if you want to be a champion, you cannot depend on them days. You need to start building habits and systems that even if you have low energy, they still hit, or you still hit, a minimum standard. So we'll have to figure that out. So for example, with Hydra, his minimum standard is he'll warm up no matter what. He'll do 45 minutes of VOD every night, no matter what. And he'll journal no matter what. Okay? Think of each of these days as laying a brick. One brick is one disciplined session, one VOD review, one strong reset. You're not going to be able to see the wall, right? And at the start of the 8 sessions, as we were going through each things in chunking ways, you're not able to see the wall. But as you then progress, you start to see the wall that's being built because it's starting to stack. But we're stacking it the right way, right? This is what we call deliberate practice, and this beats AFK grinding. So if you're chasing an outcome, you will only train hard when it feels good. What you want to do as a winner is you want to train because it's scheduled. Okay? Your identity doesn't get to change based on the mood. It's your standard. Your standard is what stays. So the winning standard they are the minimum things that you do that make you dangerous. Okay? Don't do a ton when you're motivated. No, you do a ton when you're not motivated. Consistency comes from minimums. That's how you end up doing a lot, right? My question to you then here, Percy, and this is rhetorical, so don't answer it, but could you execute whatever you're doing today on your worst day? Relentless discipline is not about doing more. It's about doing the basics every single time. So here's the drill for you, and I want you to think about it. This is called your daily 3. These are your non-negotiables. These are 3 actions you will do every day on COD, no matter what. Your baselines, you can always do more. But on your bad days, when you've hit a wall, when you've got no energy, you need to be able to hit all 3. So your identity doesn't break, okay? So let me give you some examples. So imagine before you play, you do your neuroscience drills, your aim drills, movement drills, the drills that I've given you. While you're playing, you do S&D review, hill review, key lessons from scrims. You can do mindset, like journaling, like I mentioned. Here's the key for you. It needs to be small enough that you do it on a low or busy day. It needs to be very specific. And it needs to be connected to your mission from the first module that we did. It needs to be connected to your purpose. Do you remember the statement that you had created?
Yes.
It has to be related to that. So by having a daily 3, this is how you are going to become the COD athlete that shows up. No gaps, no excuses, no identity breaks. If you can't do it on your worst day, it's not a non-negotiable, it's a wish. Okay?
Yeah.
So here's some of the science behind it, just very quickly. Tiny habits matter from a performance and psychological standpoint. Your habits reduce friction. Once you repeat a pre-game routine enough times, your brain gets the signal. Oh, it's time to lock in.
Mm-hmm.
You stop wasting mental energy. You just do it.
Yeah.
Your deliberate practice is worth more than mindless hours. Best performers use short, focused blocks with feedback and reflection. This goes back to the focus session we had on Tuesday. A 40-minute VOD session where you pause, you write notes, you listen to comms is worth more than 4 hours of just watching half distracted. Consistency beats spikes, and your daily 3 gives you a rhythm that you can follow. Okay? Automatic becomes emotional, routines become automatic.
Yeah.
Okay? Oh, sorry, automatic beats emotional, but your routines create automatic. So this is what I would say to Paco as well, is most players think that disciplining is doing something hard, but real discipline is doing the basics when they're boring. It's relentless competitors who treat doing the boring like a weapon. So you don't need hype, you don't need praise, you don't need a good day. Your opponent and who you're playing against, Percy, are also going to be talented. What is going to separate them is who is the most consistent. Relentlessness is staying loyal to the process when there's no immediate reward. Okay? That's what I want you to do. That's your homework for the daily 3 that I would want for Tuesday's session.
Okay, nice. So doing this routine in general, what I always have, what I can do daily, based on even though I'm busy.
Yes, even if you're busy, no excuse.
Yeah, that would be literally a VOD review also like.
Yeah, this is the bare minimum, the absolute baseline.
Bare
You should
yeah,
be doing
that's
regardless.
currently VOD reviewing. I love VOD reviewing. It's a lot of fun for me. Like watching my own VODs, I always get better towards it. I love it so much. Yeah.
Good.
What is about the so there's a what is about like stuff like my teammate is watching, for example, bottom blue. I should be watching the stairs, or like I see like when to fly hill and stuff. Is there like what about these things in the decision making tree?
That comes in evaluation.
That's evaluation. Okay, because today was awareness. Now I get it. Today was awareness.
Correct. Today was only awareness.
Only awareness. Okay.
Only awareness. Yeah. You wait till we get to the other ones.
Okay.
You are going to be overwhelmed. I promise you.
Love it. How much? When should I do the exercise with seeing where my teammates is and the gaps and what do you call it? Wait, where the gaps are. This is not awareness, right?
The spatial awareness.
Yeah.
Do that as soon as you can. That needs to be. That is going to be working in conjunction with your minimap awareness. Remember, we're using the 2 systems together, right? So ideally that is one you cannot skip.
One I cannot skip.
Yeah.
One I cannot skip.
It's easy to do. Just anytime you play pubs, anytime you play aids, just make a note.
Okay. Anytime. So where my teammates are and where I'm spawning and where enemies are, like the gaps. That's it, right? And could be.
Yeah.
What is about like this thing like about like learning with the spawn system, doing this one every map for warming up? I think like it's efficient to do this neuroscience drill what you gave to me in this in combination, because I will always have this.
I don't, to be honest, Percy, I don't really agree on doing the spawn system warm up every map, because if you do it long enough, it becomes muscle memory. And it's not something that you need to warm up, because then your assumptions of the spawn system, where does it come from? It comes from awareness, right? So you can warm up you can warm that up, but that's not going to really have an effect if your ceiling is awareness. If you're not getting the information in the moment, what we're trying to do is work on how much information you can store and use in the moment fast. That's how you then get to the spawn system assumption bit and understand where they're coming from, where they're going, timings, and all these things.
So how should I do this with the like right now my current state? Like when should I do this? Like awareness drill when I play pubs, when I play 8s, anytime. But when I play, what about this with the bots, loading the 4 bots in, playing with the spawns? Like when should I do this then?
As in, you want to try and learn spawns?
Just like getting this drill, this exercise what you gave me last time. What I should do?
Yeah. I would recommend doing the awareness one first, because that's the one you actively will use. And then after you get to a good point with that, or if you want to do it on the same day, you can, then do the spawn system once.
Only once?
I would do it to the point where you feel comfortable. So it's not going to be a one-time thing. You will continuously keep doing it until you realize it's comfortable to you.
Okay, sometimes also with attention, like killing my teammate, so I can push out and then see how much further they spawn. Like for example, like Colossus was spawning like back before, for example.
Yep.
But actually, I would like to know though. Actually, because I'm solo queuing inside, just like the basic spawns actually, right? Or like how much I can push out without someone blocking that they're spawning behind me. Is that the sense with this too?
Well, don't forget the rules. You're forgetting the rules. So if you're one person and the rest of your teammates are behind you, you can push up far and limit test up to the hard block point. Yeah, absolutely. But then you can ask yourself, how realistic is that? In an actual game, is that going to be realistic? It's good to know from like a theory perspective, yeah. But then, okay, then you got to consider where your teammates are going to be. If you have multiple teammates on your side and they're not blocking, then there's 3 people on your side and the game instantly wants to flip anyway because most of your mass is on their side. So if you can control the variables, then yes, absolutely do so. I'd be more concerned. I'd be more focused on where are they spawning in relation to like where I am and the scale, and then the timings of that. Like remember we talked about the weighted scale, how far you push one way, they'll spawn deeper in relation to that, right? Up to a certain point. So based on then where you are, based on where your teammates are, you can figure out how deep they're spawning. Then you can figure out timings from that. That's what I would work on.
So in general, it's just like how am I positioned and the timings, like how far can I push up to engage a first gunfight because they're always running.
Yeah, and timings in a sense where what's the quickest route they can take based on where he's spawning to fight you. So predict first, you're predicting right. Secondly, you're predicting timings.
Predict what? Right, and then timings.
Then timings, yeah. Remember, you need to get the spawn right first, then you can get the timings.
Spawn first, then timings. Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
And that comes with awareness. So I would say this is a parallel task. I think as you're doing the spawn system, do the awareness. Them two are very parallel in the skill sets that they have and the skills that are required. Because remember, like predicting spawns and timings is awareness, right? So you can, if you want to be efficient, you could do both essentially at the same time.
Spawn and awareness are timings.
And timings, they're all awareness. They're all part of the
spawn,
awareness.
What is that? Spawn. Spawn.
Spawn.
Yeah.
Timings.
Yeah.
And then awareness.
Yeah.
They're all related. So spawn and timings are part of the awareness tree.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, I'll work on that.
That's why it's parallel, and you can be efficient. Okay, Percy.
Nice.
Appreciate you as always. Love you as always. I will see you Tuesday. And yeah, the next session will be evaluation. So evaluation is going to be the fundamentals of COD. We're going to be doing some pro COD studying. This is now going to be applying we're going from now individual to now more team-based and decision-making. So the entire 1 hour session is most likely just going to be on that. No mental skills.
Can't wait up. Okay, see you next Tuesday.
Okay, Percy. See you then. Goodbye.
Okay.
What's good, Percy?